Hi everyone, my name is Lynn Chang. I was Quentin Morris's teacher many, many years ago when he came to the Boston Conservatory. And I'm here to talk to you about practicing without the instrument. When I was a little boy, my young teacher said to me, as I was learning a multi-concerto, don't listen to any other recordings. Don't listen to anybody, because if you listen to somebody, you'll end up copying them. Of course, my father went out and bought, at the time, a record, and I listened to it, and sure enough, I copied the record, which didn't please my teacher too much. Our society is filled with music. We can go to YouTube and hear just about any performance of any piece we're learning. And the idea by not listening to recordings is that so you could come up with your own individual opinion, your own message. So it's important, so it would be much more unique and artistic, actually. Now, when I teach my students, I don't tell them, don't listen to anything. I actually tell them to listen to a minimum of 5 different recordings of the same piece. Because if you listen to 5, you won't copy anybody. You know that there are actually many ways to play something, and the idea is that for you to express your own individual thoughts. Playing the violin or playing music involves not just about thinking with your head, listening with your ears, playing with your fingers, but it also involves feeling the music in your heart. So when you're away from the music and you have some time off, you're at McDonald's eating a hamburger, you think about, how do I want this music to sound? Sometimes it's good, I find, to sort of sing the music to yourself. La 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 la. So sort of sing something. How do you want this to sing? Do you want to sing ya da da da? Or do you want to sing ya da da da? Remember, music is not just one note, but if you put 2 notes together, getting from one note to the second note, that's what we call music. And so when you're alone thinking about music, you want to think how you get from one note to the other. Do you gravitate to that note? Do you diminish away from that note? Do you make a crescendo to that note? There's so many ways to do it. And that, in the great Isaac Stern, the great violinist's words, is where music begins. So as you're thinking, think about listening to how notes move to one another. You know, as you're thinking about music, it always helps if you are not only just thinking about where you are, but where you want to go. So you think about all these things, because music is like, you know, a large picture, except when we're listening, we don't see the whole picture. We just see one little note at a time. When you're by yourself, you want to try to have a vision of the entire music, if you can, your entire piece in your brain, and say, well, this is sort of the first section, and I'm going to play it this way. This is very dancing. The second section, this is very singing, and I will play that. So if you have that picture, that vision in your mind as to what you want the whole piece to go about, it's much easier for you to convey that to the public, whoever's listening to you. They'll enjoy it much more, because they're only hearing a little section of the picture at the time, but you want to eventually present an entire picture of what you want to say. It's like that great gymnast who you all probably know, Simone Biles. I once saw a tape of her training. Well, probably you have. She trains and she goes through everything really slowly, just like I talked about. And even when she's not training, she's thinking about what she did, what mistakes she did, how she could make things better, and getting her mindset into focusing onto whatever athletic routine she's doing. That's why she's the greatest gymnast in the world. Playing the instrument itself is a very physical thing. It's athletic, because you are literally coordinating fingers and bow in a very precise situation. That's only the beginning. You want to get that straight, you want to make sure that everything's in tune, that everything sounds right, but then what you want to do is go beyond that. You want to go beyond playing notes. You want to think about how the notes are connected, like I said earlier, and you want to really make sure that you are actually expressing something, that you are making some kind of music. So, as I said earlier, there's practicing, that's when you're doing something very slowly, then you're playing, and that's a little bit faster, but you're still listening carefully. and then you are performing. And that's when you have to pretend that you're in front of Benaroya Hall. You've already mastered everything, you know everything really well, and you're just gonna let it hang out and take risks and just show your love for the music and share it with the audience. If you take some of these words of advice, I think you'll do really well. All the best wishes. Thank you.